So we're at a unique part in history. It is incumbent upon us, and remember, great revolutionary movements have started much smaller than we have. Miles's work over the last 5 or 6 years since he's come to the West has brought us to this point. Miles is imprisoned, right? We want to make sure that we take every effort to get Miles out. But in Miles' heart, his number one objective is not to get out of prison. Miles's number one objective is to take down the Chinese Communist Party and free his people. This is why I say Miles is essentially the George Washington of the Chinese people. He's always put the movement to take down the CCP ahead of himself. Remember, Miles didn't have to do any of this. He didn't have to put this money. All the stuff he's been charged with really came from his activities as a freedom fighter. Miles could have just gotten a yacht and gone and partied and been very decadent and been in the Mediterranean or been in Monaco or been in the south of France. He didn't need to do any of this. This was all because of his love of his fellow countrymen, but his deep, deep love for China. I think we're at a phase now, and I think because even the war room, even my abilities in 16 and 17, and first working with President Trump, and my abilities in those out years when Miles and I worked at the beginning phase of a new federal state, my learning curve has been like that, right? And the time in prison only more empowered me. Number one, it was a very prison. Miles can tell you, and where Miles is right now in Brooklyn is it's a hellhole. Miles is in a hellhole. Okay, it's renowned in the prison system of being very tough. Danbury, where I was a very tough prison. One of the reasons it's tough, there's so many drugs in the prison, and Miles and I would go on Miles' balcony and look down and talk about that gold statue all the time. When I first met Miles, that's where the people had the big rat, the Chinese Communist Party. And so yes. I told Miles the story of General Sherman, and it's something we talked about a lot. I got to tell you, I really miss Miles. I miss being in his presence. I miss hanging out with him. He's a great man, and I miss him dearly like a brother. And that's why we got to fight every day for his freedom. But he would tell you, his freedom secondary to the freedom of the Chinese people. That's what he's dedicated his life to. So let's all of us go to work.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much. You have a great evening. Thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you.
Take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP.
Take down the CCP.